Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel once again. So in today's video we are going to paint and draw carnation's flower, and I'm going to show you everything step by step. But in today's video I'm going to paint our flower with watercolor pencils. So I'm going to use very few color, so two colors from the green and two flower colors. So I'm using purple and violet, and deep green and sap green for the leaves and stems. So only these four colors is needed, and I'm also going to use one brush just to blend the colors at the end. So let's learn how we can draw carnation first, and then we are going to paint it with the help of watercolor pencil. Now with the help of pencil, create a basic guideline for yourself, like outlining for leaves, outlining for flowers. First you can create a round shape, and then you can create an oval shape covering that previous round shape, keeping the circumference same. Then again you need to create one more circle, keeping the circumference same on the upward direction. So likewise you can create multiple layers like this. So as you can see, we have created 3 circles, but circumference of this circle is same for 2. So likewise you can create little bigger, little smaller, and then you can create the base of the flower, stems and leaves. I'm also going to create small flower bird. So we need a base of the flower and small circle for flower petals. And few sepals around the base area. Now let me create one which is a little smaller, but this one is also bloomed one. So I'm keeping only 2 circles for the second one, keeping the flowers smaller in size. So this is the basic guideline for ourselves. Now when it comes to the petals should be in the zigzag form when it comes to the edges. So you can keep the petals in a different direction, but make sure the edges are little bit on a zigzag pattern. So that thing we need to consider while creating petals. Now I'm doing it directly with the help of pen. I'm using needle pen of size 08. You can use normal ball pen also, it's totally fine. So first we're going to cover the middle circle, the first smaller circle, and then you can create few petals towards upward direction like this. So I'm creating 2 left and right, and 1 petal at the base tilted towards outward direction. So these 3 petals something you need to create first, then fill the area with the help of more smaller petals in it and cover the whole circle. Something like this you can create. You can keep the direction a little bit different, towards inside, towards outside, totally fine. So I'm keeping for this particular one one negative space in between, and then you can trace everything with the help of pen so that you can see things clearly. And then side by side we are drawing as well. So trace everything, create all the petals that is needed, fill the area. Right now we are working on the inner circle. And then we can create same kind of petal for other areas as well. So let me rub the unwanted pencil mark first. Now the outer area is more of a open petals. So I'm going to create multiple petals like this, having zigzag pattern into the edges, little smaller, little bigger. You can keep overlapping of petals as well, like 2 petals you can create 1 petal in between, and then cover the outer circle as well in a same way. So multiple petals you can create having zigzag pattern around the edges, and something like this you can do. Now I'm going to repeat the same thing for smaller flower as well. As you can see, I have created 3 main petal, left, right and downward, and then covering rest of the area with the help of a smaller petal. Now these two flowers, we are done with the petals. For the flower bud, I'm only going to create few petals so that it should look like this is not fully bloomed yet. And then you can create base area and small sepals around it. Now this is the basic thing that we have created. You can add leaves, you can add shading and detailing to beautify this one. I'm going to show you how we can draw leaves when we are going to paint these flowers with the help of watercolor pencil. So I don't want to do repetitive work, so I'm skipping the leaf drawing in the drawing part. So let's contour the base area, having more lines into it, parallel lines into it, and then you can shade the petal area. So create bold structure in between the corner, so you can see multiple corners between three petals, so you can add solid structure around that so that we can see the petals clearly. And then you can add little bit shading and detailing in the petals as well. So you can create lines like this with your soft hand, create multiple lines in the petals based on petal direction. So this one is like tilted towards outward direction, so you can keep the shades as per petal direction itself, and do it for all the petals if needed, or else you can do it for few petals in between, that is also fine. So I'm doing it for all for now. You can take all your time to do all these things just to beautify this stuff a little bit, and then you can cross contour and contour the base area as well. Contouring means creating parallel lines, and cross contouring means creating cross lines on the parallel lines that you have created. So I'm going to cross contour and contour the base area like this. And then you can create leaves and contour that as well. I'm going to show you how we can create leaves and all those things in the watercolor pencil. Now you can see we are done with the petals, we are done with the base area. I have added leaves as well. I have not shown you because anyways I'm going to repeat the same thing when we're doing all these things with the help of watercolor pencil, so do not worry about these things. But let me show you how I have done all these leaves. So let me create one more. So you need to create a little longer leaf like this. You can create group of leaves like I have created. Create the center line and then contour the area like this. So we need to repeat the same thing for all the leaves, and we are done with the drawing. Now let's move to the painting. So again, for the painting we need a basic guideline like we have done for drawing. So I have created one basic guideline for myself already, and then with the help of purple color I am going to start adding petals in it, like we did exactly same like we did with the help of needle pen while drawing it. So I'm exactly repeating the same thing but with the help of watercolor pencil. So do it slowly, carefully, and fill all the circles and oval shape that you have to create flowers. And we are going to do the same kind of things like shading and detailing and all those things. So this is the flower bud, and then the base of the flower, the stems and leaves we are going to do with the help of sap green color. So first I am outlining everything with the help of colored pencil. As you can see, you can add now leaves. I have not shown you how I have created leaves, so you can see here. Very simple, small leaf in a group having pointed end in it, and likewise you can create as many leaves as you want. You can add sepals. So whatever we did in the drawing, exactly we did in the painting as well, but with the help of colored pencil. Now in the corner of the petals, like we have two petals and like this we have 3 petals. So these are the 2 corners, so we need little bold colors on those area. So I'm filling those areas with the help of purple color itself. I'm only using purple color for the bigger flower and blue color for the smaller flower. You can use only one color as well, it's totally fine, or you can mix match 2 different colors as well, but for now I am using only one color to make it easier for you guys. Now for the smaller flower you can do the same thing with the help of blue color. Now you can start shading like we did in the drawing as well. So start shading the outer area with your soft hand, adding more lines in it. Start doing shading all the petals like we did here, as you can see. So I am basically repeating the same thing with the help of colored pencil. Make sure you can see some white area as well. Do not fill everything with the help of color. So I'm doing these things only in the edges and repeating the same thing for blue color as well for flower bud. Now with the help of sap green itself, try to contour the base like we did in the drawing. And we are not doing anything fancy, anything extra. We are exactly repeating the same thing what we did in the drawing. So contour the base area and then start shading the base area with the help of light green color. And I'm covering half of the leaf with the help of light green. So half area I have filled with the light green and half area I'm going to cover with the sap green. You can use same color also, it's fine. So this is the base. You can do some extra detailing in it and keep it like that, or else you can use water to spread or blend the color. So use the damp brush, not too wet, not too dry, and start blending all these colors. So you will see once you started adding water into it, it will blend smoothly and you can see something like this. Do it one by one, otherwise you will mess up things and you will not able to see the individual petals that we have created. So do it one by one slowly and blend the colors that you have in the flower itself. So I'm using damp brush, not too wet, not too dry. Always start with the lighter color first, as we are not using 2 different colors, so you can simply blend the color for the flower petals. So repeat the same thing for all the flowers that we have. If you can keep some white area, it's absolutely fine because that is something we needed. If you are not able to achieve that, it's fine, keep it like that. I can see few white areas as well in my flower, so that is something I need. And you can repeat the same thing for the blue color as well. Make sure you are cleaning your brush properly before switching to the next color. Now repeat the same thing for a smaller one. I have cleaned my brush and again with the help of damp brush just blend the color. Now it is more looking like a watercolor painting. Now you can repeat the same thing for base of the flower, stems and leaves. So blend it properly, as we have used 2 different color, that's why I can see 2 different kind of shading in my green, but you can use only one color also. And now you can see the difference between only watercolor and when you have blend things with the water. So the leaves is totally different, as you can see these 2 leaves. So that's why when you blend things with the water, it looks really nice. Otherwise you can only use watercolor pencil as well, it's totally fine. Likewise, we have painted our carnation flower. Let it dry completely for some time, and once it's completely dried, you can sharpen your pencil and do some extra shading and detailing into the leaves and flower petals. So this is the additional step that I am doing, it's not needed. And Do it when your painting is absolutely dried, completely dried, otherwise you are not able to do this particular step. So make sure your sheet has dried completely, and then you can do some extra shading and detailing for few of the petals. So I'm not doing for all the petals that I have on, I'm only doing for few. And then you can repeat the same thing for base of the flower, for leaves as well. So let me quickly do for base of the flowers to add some extra lines, and for leaves. And we are done with today's video with our carnation drawing and painting. So hope you have liked this video. Please do let me know if you guys have any feedback for me, and thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.